Hello and welcome to It's Good to Be Bad. We are to roleplay games what fire is to golf. I'm Ollie. This week I'm joined by Dave.
Hello.
Dave 2.
Good evening.
And Graham.
Hello.
Don't forget to listen to Podcast 0 to give you an idea of what we are up to. It's only 7 minutes long, so it's not a difficult listen and does give you some background on what we're about. This posse of rugged loners are about to tussle with a non-linear, coin-based story game. It's Clink, a game centred on a group of stoic drifters navigating, in this case, the American Wild West. That's right, it's almost time for Around the World in 8 accents. Before the fun begins, there are a few categories to go over for this new game entry. Release history, quick released on Kickstarter in 2017, with a later re-release in 2021. It's currently available through drivethrurpg.com as a PDF. As for the mechanics, the players take on the role of drifters, loosely knit together by a creed, a joint goal that drives the characters and, I dare say, the plot. The non-linear story crisscrosses between flashbacks and the risky business of the day. What of the stats, I hear you cry? There are literally none, neither relevant nor present. As for experience, it's nice and simple, much like the players. Flashbacks develop the characters as they go, and they can accrue further mementos and triggers to flesh out their drifters, while trying to stave off scars that can drive the pluckier adventurers into a lonely walk in the desert. As for the layout, the character sheets are one-sided, clear and crisp, much like the fight scenes as it turns out. The separate group sheet clearly illustrates how actions are taken and the pitfalls that exist within. As for the art, the book has lush, vibrant artwork throughout, reinforcing the game's concepts of a space cowboy shell draped across your choice of setting. Now for the house rules, or should it be saloon rules? The game is, in our opinion, too new for any notable rules changes. However, a helpful tweak can be to use a medium other than flipping coins, if that isn't your thing, such as rolling dice, as long as it's a 50-50 chance. That's all the introduction needed for now, so let's toss off, partners. Yeehaw!
So, do we need a rundown of all characters so you have a vague idea, or everyone has a vague idea about us?
What I'm going to be doing is we're going to be going over a bit of the setting, give you a bit of an overview about debt.
Get my two-headed coin.
Heads is generally good.
Rowdy Yates. Rowdy fucking Yates.
Rowdy Yates. Stinky Pete.
He gets the reference.
So your appearance in Memento, you've got a blunderbuss, which you've always had.
Are you Father Nathaniel Blackman by any chance?
Oh, Father Nathaniel, the priest.
And we have Carlos Rubio, otherwise known as Spurs.
Who will not currently be featuring because that's Matt's character.
Can we eat him?
Consider him eaten. Yes, we've got Father Nathaniel the priest.
Are we back to sticky fluids again?
Every game comes back to sticky
Rowdy
fluids.
Yates, otherwise known as Stinky Pete. And Lord Ronald Askew, otherwise known as Riverboat Ron.
I think you'll find that's Askew.
Askew, or is it Askew?
Askew would have an eye in it.
Ass wipe, maybe.
There's no eye in team, but there is in meat pie.
You've got a group sheet.
I have.
So this gives you a rough idea of what you can do with your coins, how things can go wrong, and the fact that having what are called flashbacks built into your character makes things a lot easier as you go.
So when you spend a coin...
You have a supply of coins. You start with 2. The maximum you can hold at any one time is 3.
So to spend it, I just chuck it away.
So you say, you give it to me and say, I'm spending a coin. And what happens is you spend it and then you set up a flashback to help you in a situation.
Choose a player to ask you a question.
Yes. So you're coming into a situation, it's really, you're galloping along on your horse and you really need to make the shot count. Like the villain's about to get away. What flashback could help? Maybe you were at the county fair and you were really trying to impress your date. You would note it. Then they would ask you questions to flesh it out.
How big were her tits?
Massive. But that's the sort of thing you can use that. So if you're trying to make a tricky shot...
later you could use that to say, I'm good at trampolining.
Yeah. Or it could be down as, I don't know, I was about to say good in a tight situation. And do you know what? I'm sticking with it. And then later, if you're trying to make a trick shot, you go, well, I've got a flashback. Now I'm in a difficult situation. I have a flashback. That gives me more chance of succeeding without a disaster occurring. Because what you want to avoid is what are called scars. So scars are negative things that crop up. Like it could be a physical ailment or it could be psychological. So your group creed is clearing your debt.
All right, okay.
And I'll go over more about who that's to, what's driving you, etc. But your creed is what keeps you together as a group.
When you have a relevant flashback,
Yes.
flip 2 coins. Heads and heads, succeed and gain a benefit.
Yes.
Heads and tails, success, I pull myself off. Tails and tails, I succeed and gain a scar.
Yes.
Without your flashback, you flip 1 coin. You need a head. You succeed, but it goes wrong.
Or there's a minor setback.
Tails, another player describes how the situation gets worse. If we just leave that to Matt.
Yeah.
Because Matt instantly
Yes.
pauses the
Yes.
party by trying to help. Oh, by the way, Dave, did you remember that he'd lost a leg? So
And then, no, because you can hear the sounds
He does
of...
that a lot.
You can see the sounds of grinding metal as everyone's heads bend towards him. It's basically, the whole thing is you're staunch drifters. You have a goal that you're heading towards. Basically, you have been brought together by your group debt. The creed that you're working towards is clearing your debt.
but we all have the same debt.
Yes, it's all to the same man. Crawford Goldsby is the man, the unscrupulous man. I was thinking Boss Hogg was the image I had in my head.
Oh, that's not unscrupulous enough. Does he have Roscoe P. Coltrane next to him?
Yes.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
And immediately, or someone who looks like Colonel Sanders, that sort of thing.
That's me.
Yeah, sorry.
I won't go with that. I mean, Riverboat Ron's got to look smooth and suave. Absolutely smooth with a capital.
Smooth. So with much, click-clacking of horses' hooves, your dilapidated stagecoach pulls into the frontier town of Old Stump. You've basically, this stagecoach has breathed its last, and a wheel promptly carts off past you as you get out of the stagecoach.
They should take it. Worth a bob or two, then.
Much tumbleweed is flying by. There are a few residents here and there.
What sort of town is it?
Very, very sparse.
No, what sort of town? Is it a mining town? Is it a farming town?
It's literally, it used to be a mining town, but the mine nearby has dried up.
That usually means it's gone down market.
Its main importance to you is this is where the rail spur ends. So the rail spur will take you on to civilization ahead. You already have a ticket on the train to take you to the town of Red River. That will be in about an hour's time. Most of the people here appear to be crowded around the single platform.
What is available in this town? What time of day is it? How long have we been travelling? Is there a place to stay? Are there dancing girls?
And can somebody else ask this question?
Which question would you like me to answer first?
All of them, in one sentence.
There's what loosely translates to a train station. It's basically a hut next to the platform. That's where there's a ticket conductor there. There's a rundown saloon next to it. There's what you think used to be other residences here. Most of it's dilapidated.
So this place is a dump.
There's a lot of other broken down carts here. There's what, again, loosely described as a blacksmith nearby. He appears to be reshoeing an old horse at the moment. Yeah, like I say, it's a very salubrious looking saloon. There's jaunty tinkling of ivories coming from within.
Shithole.
Yeah. But there is nice music coming from in there. There's music.
It's somebody who's seen a piano before.
More than I have.
And like I say, most of the people here are, relatively rough-looking, probably frontiers people.
Do we know each other? Or is this just we happen to all have the same debt?
To the same person.
You've all been summoned under the same... You all got a letter that you need to appear in the city of Bandera within 7 days, and you need to pay up your collective debt for one reason or another.
I'm not paying for these guys.
You're all under the same debt obligation from a man called Crawford Goldsby. His name is known fairly wide. He is known for being a cruel man who cares only about money and maybe prostitutes after that.
I like the man already.
So don't have a clear way of actually getting rid of this debt. We just got to appear at some place at some time with cash.
Yes.
How much cash?
$1,000.
And how much cash do I have? How far am I short?
1,005.
You are $999 short.
I have got $1. That's what advanced mathematics does for you.
In the West, that's pretty good. like for this region, that's
So now
pretty good.
what we need is 1,001 dead cert.
That's me. All I got to do is go play cards. I'll clean this place out. I could have $10, maybe $20 by the end of the day.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to roll to determine how many dollars you each start with. 1, 2, and Stinky Pete starts with $4.
What is this? The
$4.
beggar.
That's because nobody got hearing.
The beggar has
they're,
4.
they're probably inside a mouldy potato or something.
What, you mean his sock?
Yeah.
Hang on, I am now closer.
Yeah.
8.
The thing with it is this is relatively quite sparse, but people appear to be giving you a wide berth, Stinky Pete.
I wonder why.
For some reason.
I will change my waistcoat.
It's just my natural
Your whiskers.
It's my natural musk.
rat. Muskrat. It's my natural
Muskrat.
that I'm carrying around with.
I don't know why
Is
it's
it
called
died in your
Pete.
pocket 6 months ago? To answer your other question, it's about, it's mid-afternoon. It's quite hot as well.
It doesn't really matter the time of day now. On the grounds, I have $2. We have 7 of your big, fat, sweaty dollars between us.
Mm-hmm.
Finding a place to stay is going to be difficult. I can barely afford the train fare.
Now, just to make things clear, the way Clink works as regard to equipment is you don't have an equipment list. If it makes sense for you to have it, you have it. You don't have to specify, for example, if you have a horse in your possession, it is with you. If you have a gun, you have it. And you can have like a gun belt with some extra bullets on it.
No gun belt. I've got one of those little girly guns.
Oh, nice.
I'm Riverboat Ron.
A Saturday night special.
I do not have an ostentatious set of guns. They're hidden in the sleeve.
But
along with
again,
the other cards.
you don't have to specify you have clothing, a bag, like that sort of thing. That's just the more outlandish things I would expect that would to be something specific, and that usually tends to turn up as what's called a memento, which are more weirder items.
I
basically
have a monocle, and I also have an array of waistcoats.
Yes.
As well as a pack of cards. We'll leave it there.
Less said about those, the better.
I think the order you play
like I
cards.
say,
3, 2, 1. You're back in the room.
Sort of lilting on the wind, you can hear a train whistle. So it's heading this way. But you say you have roughly an hour. I mean, it's an old cracked clock, but there is a clock up next to the platform. Do with your time what you will.
I'll go to the bar.
I daren't.
Whiskey.
Yeah, he's loaded with his $4.
Yeah, but I've got a trigger. I don't want to go into the bar. I might come out with no dollar.
No dollar.
Well, I have 3 then.
I don't. No. If there's a spare table, that'll be all right. Because I can get my cards out. Fancy a quick game?
No, you're right.
You fancy checking out the tavern?
Not especially. But I suspect the plot demands it.
Oh no, you do with it what you will.
Oh, in that case, I get a train straight to the end game and go up there with $2. Done.
Good. I was looking forward to you being hideously murdered.
Father, are you dog collared up?
Yes.
Carrying your Bible?
I am.
Are you blood and thunder? Are you Irish?
No.
You shall burn in the fires of hell.
I did think about it, but that's just another accent I'm going to butcher. So, no.
I imagine I'd be from the deep south, but I have a vague feeling it might come from Teesside. What would you like to do, Faye the Nathaniel?
Oh, let's go to the pub. What the hell?
Eyes on the hookers. Here we go.
The harlots.
That's for the best.
Where's Babylon?
As you enter
where they're from.
As you enter the establishment, the name plaque has long gone.
Oh.
Like
falls on us, kills us. We get £1,000 compensation. Woo!
It's called Red Raw Stump.
Red Raw Stump. It is allegedly happy hour, according to the.
Unlike the miserable faces that are in.
There is a barman. He has a scar running the entire length of his right cheek.
He failed to roll.
He is cleaning a glass with the dirtiest rag you've ever seen.
Conscientious.
It's good rags to clean the rag with.
The atmosphere in here you couldn't capture in a bottle. There is a blind man playing on the piano.
He hasn't taken the lid off.
Stevie. Stevie Blunder on the piano. The loud carousing of two very drunk gentlemen playing cards.
I shuffle over. I'm presuming that's what happens when I have a trigger.
Yes, so what happens with the trigger is if you surrender to it, you are awarded a coin from the bank. And
I sit down at the table. Open game, gentlemen.
Yep, any up.
What's the ante? I'm out.
It's 50 cents.
I've only got $2. I better effing win.
So what happens is the game awards you a coin. You now have 3 to spend.
I do.
And coins can be used to give you flashbacks.
You want to pass on to one of those two while I think about that?
Stinky Pete.
I'm going to go at the bar.
The bar melts.
I will expectorate loudly at the spittoon.
I gip at the table.
the barman's eyebrows start to raise and do a lap around his head.
That's because they're melting.
He pops down a very dirty looking glass, and as he's tipping the shot out, some of it spills on the bar and starts little fumes. It appears to be melting the lacquer.
I'll tap on it, get my hand wet, and put some behind me ears. Sophisticated.
Fine as gut rudder.
Right.
You realise I'm loaded? This is got money bags over there. It's got on pennies. Belly move.
Got a slice of lemon.
He doesn't have a slice of them. Look at him, Scurvy Johnson there.
I likes a slice of lemon.
No, he does not have a slice of lemon. That would require him to have lemons, for instance. For the good father, this is quite the den in here.
Whiskey for the Lord.
Indeed. Yeah.
Until you'd smelt Stinky Pete in that carriage ride to Old Stump, you didn't believe you could find a stench to match it.
It's all right. I've now got anosmia. Because all of the nerve endings in my nose have been burnt clean.
Keeps your sinuses clean.
Oh, my God, I don't want them clear.
And melt your earwax.
You're not entirely sure if that's why the wagon fell to pieces.
It's melted my socks.
It's the smell of the lamb.
Yeah, no, I'll just get a whiskey, pay the cost, looking at my last lonely sunk.
It's a $1. It's a quarter. A quarter is what it'll cost you for your whiskey. Until a moment ago, what you thought was just a pile of clothes in the corner of the bar appears to be an old, decrepit woman.
You're in there. Harlot! You're in there. A woman in a bar on her own. Man, we know what she's about. We know what she's about.
Which I believe, for the good father, is a trigger.
Whenever I encounter one, I assume she is a harlot.
That is
apparently
what, any woman at all.
Any woman at all.
Now, what happens with triggers is they trigger once per session, and then you're done with them. They can't.
I can't wait to be in a casino. Go to a card game outside and then jump into the casino.
But what will happen is, as you progress, you can add another trigger as you flesh the character out, and then that potentially you can gain 2 coins per session.
To a maximum of 3.
To a maximum of 3. So you're encouraged to spend them to flesh your character out.
Okay, so there's a harlot in the bar.
Yes.
He is deodorising himself with a strong whiskey.
Yes.
And I've been dealt my lucky hand.
Apparently so.
Yeah, 4 aces.
Yeah.
It's always my lucky hand.
I mean, despite the fact that you clearly cut your own deck in.
Yeah.
Like, when he asked you to cut the deck, you just put your own deck down.
The bonus is, this is my ultimate lucky hand, which is 4 aces of hearts, and nobody seems to notice. It's a flush and 4 of a kind.
So just make me a coin flip for no particular reason, unless this is a point where you want to generate a flashback to assist you.
Only down to this game is we can't make chopper noises whenever we go for a flashback.
Was that an Airwolf reference?
Well, yeah, but flashback to Nam.
The Nam.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, oh,
sorry.
nice.
Because, I mean, let's face it, pretty much every
Flashback to Custer.
TV show there was in the 80s, it'd be a flashback to Nam, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You weren't there.
Yeah.
You weren't there.
I was at Custer's last stand. Well, near it. Well, when I say nearly.
I heard about it.
I heard about it once from an old man who wasn't there either. Sounded horrible. Apparently they all died. Glad I wasn't there.
Sounded quite rum.
That's my story anyway. I was going to spend a coin.
Go for
a
it.
penny.
Thank you very much.
About being dealt my lucky hand.
Is that how you made it big?
Made it small, yeah. That's how I made it small.
So what would happen is another character would ask you questions to flesh it out.
Yes.
Do I have any volunteers?
So where was this?
It was in Atlantic City.
And what happened? Was this a
Question.
big... Was this a big... Oh, where was it?
Well, third degree.
Yeah.
What happened? Good God, man. I won. What?
What more do you want?
I was dealt my lucky hand at a table. I was getting rinsed. Absolutely rinsed. All in. Went me shirt on the table. I put me horse up on the stirrups. I won not only me horse back, I won that woman that was by his side.
The harlot.
The harlot at his side. Good point, valid, well made. And a jolly rum time was had by all. Well, they didn't enjoy it.
Is that how you got into the debt?
It might have been, yeah. I ran up quite a bill. I don't know what the hand is. Let's make it an 8 and a 2.
All 2 and 8.
Excellent. So for this particular test, you'll be flipping 2 coins because you have a flashback. Very good start.
Double heads.
Double heads. Not only do you completely succeed at what you were attempting, you also
I win the old woman in the corner.
you also gain an additional benefit.
Okay.
So, I mean, I checked for your opponents. One of them fell off his chair halfway through the hand and doesn't appear to have noticed at all that he's sitting on the floor. So he went all in and pushed all his cards and money onto the floor. And the other man, it looks a bit angry, but in that drunken anger, face is all flushed red. Definitely, I'm going to see you on this one.
Lovely. Yeah, trip 8 with a backside of 2s.
A pelting of cards goes as the man angrily steps up from his chair, wanders out into oblivion by the sounds of it.
So I scoop up my winnings. I'm not too proud to stoop to the floor and pick it all up either. I'm short of cash. How much cash do I have?
You gained $4.
Loser. I am only 994 short.
The gentleman who fell onto the floor has basically fallen asleep.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I might just accidentally pocket his pocket watch as well. But,
In his top pocket, sticking out, supposed to be a note with some gilt edging on it.
It's not mine, so I won't touch it. Pull it out.
This is the additional benefit.
Have a £3,000, it says. You won the lottery. Woo. In Atlantic City. Oh, it's a long way.
It appears to be a private contract for the collection of a bounty on a man called Danny Breaker Thompson.
I don't like coconut. So, Danny
Breaker Thompson.
I take it Breaker is
his nickname.
Is he Dangerous Dan McGrew?
No, he is not. Hence the name.
Does it give an location, or will we miraculously come across him the next time we step outside? Or my name's not Danny Breaker Thompson.
It doesn't give any specifics. However, it does have a fee for the collection. He's wanted, dead or alive. There are different
amounts
for bringing him in dead. $25.
And how about the good one?
Alive, $100.
This is going to take a while.
I'm happy with dead. He sounds like more trouble than he's worth.
Yeah.
Wanted for adultery.
I'm happy with dead. Adultery, and somebody's offering to have him brought in dead.
Apparently, it's caused quite a hubbub in these parts.
I'm interested to meet the scorned party for no reason at all. Says smoothing his eyebrows.
And basically, it's a standard warrant form. It can be handed in at a sheriff's office, in these here parts.
Indeed. I don't fancy handing it in without the actual person attached to it, but I wonder if we're going to book... I think I've found myself.
Have you? Well done.
Oh, man, that is magnificent.
There I am.
Magnificent.
Well, that is just one of my...
Dave has found a picture of himself. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that is definitely you. Yeah, that is horrific.
You and your one remaining tooth.
Old chopper!
He's got one, has he?
Oh, he didn't say it was his. He's got it on a pendant round his...
I use it to open bean tins.
Old chomper.
And off in the distance, you hear a plaintive train whistle as the train pulls into the station.
That is not the sound of a train whistle. I say, you're a very sexy station. Allow me to pull in. Anyway, so the train has pulled into said station and is whistling at us, saying, "Come, the plot beckons." Are you going to accost that woman for extra plot? Or...
I've called her a harlot. I believe that's all I need to do.
Fair enough.
You get the impression she didn't hear you, but she appears to be extremely decrepit.
I just wonder whether or not you call them a harlot, but then you still pay them for their services.
I've only got $1. 75 cents
to
now.
purify their souls somehow.
I never said she was an expensive prostitute.
He has to do his seminal duties somehow.
I've got to deliver a sermon.
Is that what it's called? Is that what he's doing loudly in the corner?
We'll call it mass.
Oh, it's covered in sticky fluid again. Yes, so...
Well, I shall... I've cleaned this dump out. Let's get on the train.
Yeah. As you got outside, one of the men you were playing with is basically lying face down in the trough.
Is he?
He appears to be asleep.
He'll appear to be dead if he's face down in the trough.
Well, for the moment, he is asleep.
Is there water in there?
Some... It's pretty dry.
Face down feels a bit wrong.
Yeah, I was going to say...
So I might help him out.
Yeah, make sure he doesn't drown.
Just tuck him gently to the side.
Yeah, you just drop him down to the ground next to it.
I might not be a hero, but I'm not a savage.
And there's a,
check his pocket.
Yeah, naturally. I'll check his pocket.
A relatively nice train has pulled into the station.
I suppose I'll go and think about a ticket.
You were supplied with tickets.
Ooh. Excellent. In that case, it must be first class. I'm off to the nice cart. See you plebs later.
Can we sell it for $1,000?
I need 994. I'll undercut you.
No, you may not. Yes, so it will take you to the next stop, which is Red River.
I wouldn't mind, but these are all kind of authentic names on the ground.
It's not red and there's no river in it.
More than likely. It's just a dusty hellhole.
Okay, get on the train.
It's not bad. It's relatively well appointed. Yes.
Is he allowed in the same carriage as people?
Yeah, can we leave him on the roof or something?
Well, luckily, certainly for this stretch, there's not that many people on the train.
No, there's two.
Yeah, there's too many.
They object.
Too many.
I'm wearing aftershave.
You're wearing whiskey. That is not aftershave.
It's my aftershave.
You also didn't shave.
I'm wearing before shave.
Before shave. Stinky Pete's before shave.
But unfortunately, it's after shit and before wiping.
It definitely feels like it's a turd in a sock situation.
Oh, you leave my turd in the sock alone.
Keeps my feet warm.
It was a classic.
It'd be roughly an hour to take you to Red River.
Hat, eyes. Sorry, money.
More hat, nose.
Yeah, I shall be holding my money vigorously in my hand to make sure that nobody accidentally falls into my pocket.
Sounds just wrong. I'm holding my money vigorously in my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, thankfully the sparse terrain of Old Stump is left behind, and there are at least a few nice features along the way out. A couple of nice lakes and what have you.
Can we dip him in one?
Yeah, just chuck him out a window on a bit of rope and drag him back in later.
Yeah. I'm not having no bath.
It's not good for your natural oils, is it?
Seepages.
Whenever I am offered a bath, I loudly refuse.
I haven't offered you one.
No.
Yeah, you've
Not having one.
No!
Get a bucket of water. Just chuck it on him.
It'd take me a year to get my humours right again.
Towards the end of your little sojourn on the train, a young lady comes in with a young lady comes in with a small child.
Down.
And the small child promptly, goes green to the gills, and she shepherds them out. Goes to shepherd them.
A lady child, or is it a boy child?
Boy child.
There you go.
That's all right.
Can't call them both harlots. So she's leaving the carriage.
Yeah, he's gone deathly pale, the child, upon encountering the miasma of the carriage.
I mean, it's a good use of the word. I do like it.
It's my natural musk.
I might go and seat myself near the lady. I mean, that boy can easily be forced out of a window.
I'll go sit the other side.
Oh, you've just ruined everything.
Hello?
She might have money on her that I can accidentally acquire to assist me in my, her in her endeavours. She could pay me, you see, for services rendered.
Oh, that just sounds wrong.
I was going to fuck her.
That sounds wronger.
Okay, I'll go and sit myself down next to the young lady,
Young lady.
Definitely then.
What we say, early 20s.
Eyebrow comb. Ma'am.
How do you do, sir?
Is this seat taken?
No, help yourself. You go, score! I've got myself a bed.
No, sell it for a few bucks.
Yeah, I'll sit myself down and make some polite conversation.
That is the lady in question.
I've changed my mind. I get out of the chair
And you
I go
okay?
all the way back to my seat.
Leave it to Stinky Pete.
Yeah, she's yours, mate.
She introduces herself as Clara Brown.
But she's a boiler. Why would I be over there? You didn't say she was a boiler when I went
She's
over.
purdy! I don't
It's been a while.
Yeah, can't you be like Dave and get all these really nice pictures of these really nice ladies?
I tried to be authentic.
I don't want a gap-toothed gypsy. I want. I was going to say something deeply inappropriate.
But
No, you're right.
approximation, she's much more nicely dressed than that.
It's a pig in a dress. It's more Morland.
Mutton dressed as pork.
So what brings you to Red River?
Train.
Whoop, whoop.
That's a very valid question. I wish I had an answer.
Massive crippling debt.
Yeah, the thought of being murdered. A bounty.
She puts, oh, so you're a lawman.
Why, yes, I am. I might as well lean into it now. I've sold it.
I'll speak to leaning and I'll lean and go,
Forgive the animal in the corner.
The child appears to be staring at him.
I'm not surprised.
Where are my manners? This is my nephew, Jules.
It's your what?
Nephew.
Jules.
Jules. It's your nephew, Jules.
Yeah, we're just off to, meet your mother in Red River.
Excellent. Hope she's not picking the dress. We'll be all right.
You've got a deep voice.
What, the boy?
No, the woman. I haven't heard the kid speak yet.
I'm all right.
He's very timid. Why does that man smell?
Meet my skunk!
He hasn't bathed since 1842.
I don't like baths!
And there's your answer.
That's what happens if you don't bathe properly.
He looks over at him and goes...
I'll never get ill.
And starts, doing that with his hair.
I don't know. You've been sick for years.
Smells like you've just been sick.
He probably has.
No, that was last week.
Yeah. Don't worry, somebody died in these pants. I think it was me.
And there's a plaintive train whistle. You appear to be approaching the station. There's even at this distance, there's much more activity going on by the side of the train. And there's, there's a few people leading, horses alongside the track.
I'll offer to carry the creature's bags off the train. Just in case the mother's nice.
Yeah. You can see the eponymous river. You come over a little bridge, just over, the relatively broad river that you can see in the shallows. There are people panning.
Loser.
And you just
They need to gamble like me.
smoothly pull it. It's a much nicer. You could probably call it a station
Yeah,
this
it's got
time.
a station, this one.
And it's a relative hustle and bustle about.
My 75 cents not going to go far.
You want to have $6 like me. I will help Frogmeller off the train. Frogmeller and Jules, and we'll see whether or not I can assist her in finding this boy's mother.
Oh, she appears to be waiting on the platform.
And what does she look like?
A potato.
Yeah, I chuck the bags in the street, leave.
Her sister's introduced as Lorraine Houston, the pig in the dress, the other pig in the dress.
Mm-hmm, indeed. Frogmeller and Hipponilla.
like I say, lot more activity. People, piling on and off the train.
We need to. How much later there's another woman you can scream harlot at?
Well, yeah, I'll technically have done it today, so I'm all right. But what the hell, harlot? Yeah.
just yelling it. You're burning the fires of hell.
Repent of your sins.
But I'm a woman. I can't repent of that. We're 200 years away from operation.
Cop shop.
Oh yes.
A valid point. Yeah.
Because if we want to find out about this here plot device, bounty, then
very near by the office is the sheriff's station.
So we need to.
Yeah, there's the sheriff's office is nearby. The deputy is on the porch at the moment.
Well, head up to howdy.
Howdy. What can I do you for?
Well, I'm after information. Are you aware of an individual going by the name of Danny Thompson or Breaker to his friends?
Yep, been sticking his wick where it don't belong.
So I hear.
It's all a nonsense, but barely worth the reward. But don't get many takers around here for that.
Any particular reason why not?
Bounty's barely worth getting out of bed for.
Yeah. However, if somebody didn't feel sleepy, where would we find him?
Found about the lowest rung on the totem pole.
And are there any other bounties in the offing on this their sheriff's office? Feel like that, grand, £3,000. That'll be useful.
There's a few.
£4,000. So we've actually made some out of it.
Good point.
There's a few. Some of them are quite old, weathered ones, so you can probably they've probably been
shot,
hanging on. Yeah, they've probably left. They may even have left the state by now.
Or been hung.
Yeah.
Standard wanted alive. The reward is $500.
It's getting better, isn't it? It's getting better. For alive.
The bounty is on Dangerous Dan Tucker.
Right, we'll leave that one. Let's move on to the next one. He sounds dangerous. Don't like him. Do we have Mincy Albert or something?
There is Abel Shanghai Pierce.
Oh, he sounds like Kung Fu expert. How much is he worth?
Dead, $50.
A double bubble.
Does anybody know what he looks like?
Alive, $250.
Double bubble. Twice the price. Shanghai Pete, or whatever he's called.
He's wanted for robbery.
So, his name's Pete.
Shanghai.
Abel Shanghai Pierce.
Abel Shanghai Pierce.
Shanghai is
beep beep. Sobriquet.
Yeah. Nom de guerre. Yeah, that's all the ones of interest. Most of them, I've got daubed X's through them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet right now.
Work for Betsy. Old Betsy. Work for Betsy. It's my blunderbuss.
Don't stand at the fat end.
Don't stand right in front of it. Yeah. Is the lesson.
Or anywhere shoulder first.
I was going to say anywhere in 180 degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
Or anywhere behind him in case of backfire. Or to the side.
Yeah, a different state.
Yeah.
Would be useful. Right, okay. So we have two people we can kill for $75 or capture alive for $350, which puts us £100 each towards our goal, effectively.
Yeah. For information, Dangerous Dan Tucker is wanted for mass murder.
Yeah. I'm quite happy to leave him. Yeah. To leave him, unless he happens to fall down dead in front of us.
He gets a pass.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's walking right about.
Allow me to open the door for you, Mr. Dangerous.
That is Danny Breaker Thompson.
Oh, he looks like an absolute sweetheart.
Wow.
Shanghai Penis, what's he called? Old Shanghai?
That is Abel Pierce, otherwise known as Shanghai.
I don't think we need to see
There's some good
dangerous,
pictures.
murdery death man.
No, but I want to show you him anyway. There he is.
Is he just surrounded by a mound of corpses?
No, he looks soft compared to the rest of them. He doesn't look as mean.
He's carrying a gun, whereas the other one was just carrying a waistcoat. That makes him slightly more dangerous. Might not be loaded, admittedly. Right, okay.
That's what's on the job poll at the moment.
Well, we might as well, take a photocopy and leave.
Oh, they've got like a very crude printing press that can run you off one of the leaflets.
Well, run off copy. He looks like him. Let's just shoot him.
You know what I mean?
You kill the deputy, hand him in. He looks about right.
You want to make yourself $5? Just stand there. Give me $5, shoot him, get the $5 back, claim the bounty.
Yeah, job done.
Yeah, maybe we could franchise him.
But You've got to claim the bounty off the deputy.
Not kill the deputy.
Oh, right, I say.
No, because you have to shoot the sheriff, remember?
But not the deputy.
Yeah.
Don't do that, did he?
What if you do it the wrong way around?
Then you're in trouble.
With a capital hubble. Right. Okay. We better go.
But-
We better go scrounging round town to see if we can get into any trouble.
Certainly, unlike Old Stump, Red River is certainly more lively.
I reckon it's got a saloon.
It has several saloons.
I reckon this has got dancing girls. I reckon this has got ladies of ill repute.
There does appear to be...
Obviously, because they're ladies.
I mean, I don't want to cast aspersions that that's definitely a bordello over there.
Excellent.
Harlots!
Accidentally.
What of it?
That'll be $10 to you.
Yes, sir, Bob, please.
What can I get for $1? Well, it looks like half a wank. Can I have the second half?
You're going to start it, are you?
I'll stop myself off you can finish.
You just want the ending.
Yeah.
Screw the happy part. How much for a hand job? Roughly £5. And smoothly?
So, saloon, bordello, or bordello saloon? Same thing.
The bordello is technically also a saloon,
That's
and
what
there
I
are
was
two other saloons either side of
But
it.
they don't have bordello.
They have roughly a big main street here that leads up to the platform. So much more established. You know, there's clear signs of residence here. Like people.
Where
don't-
would an adulterer go? I'm off to the bordello. I'm going to try my luck in the bordello. And when I'm finished, I'll go and look for Danny.
The bordello is euphemistically referred to as the totem pole. They are definitely some of the serving girls are dressed up as Native Americans. They're going for a theme here.
You might have to pay more.
Stinky Pete's eyebrows are gone.
You might have to have a BATH, just as when he can't
I don't want no. What
he
did
can't
you
spell.
I'd be surprised if he can read.
Exactly, so that's why I spell it. But I don't suppose he'd mind a BATH if he was in there being scrubbed by a young lady.
Hardigisman.
That's
Round the
not,
back.
That's not a young lady.
Accidentally push him in.
Whoa!
That's extra.
Much better looking established. Well, couldn't get much worse than the last saloon you were in. This is much nicer.
I'll swagger in. I'll change my waistcoat.
Fair enough.
Get a fresh one on.
I'll change mine.
Oh,
I'll wear it inside out.
that technically changed it. Doubles the wear time.
It's stained on the inside as well.
Yeah, but it's not the same stains, so it looks new.
Yeah, but
Looks like
they're
it could
not
be the
fresh.
pattern. Look, could be the pattern, that one.
Paisley waistcoat, no one will know the difference.
Nice piano music's playing. There's even a guy playing on a violin to accompany it. It's nice in here.
Oh,
It's nice. It's
my
like
wallet's just emptied.
Walking
It's a
in.
well-appointed bar. Not just the barman. There's other staff behind it.
Yeah.
Couple of people. More than a few people carousing.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the bar.
Are you dry?
The barman looks at you like he scraped you off his shoe.
I reckon he walks like a croquet hoop.
I'm assuming it's full on John Wayne.
Whiskey.
I want some aftershave before shave.
Puts down a glass. It's clean. A clean glass.
Where's the lemon?
He's over there.
He puts down a bottle of old scrotum on the bar.
I want a slice of lemon.
And he clicks. It clicks his fingers, and an urchin brings him some fruit to put with your drink.
Right.
Looks like he ate a bit of mango.
Slice the lemon. Just pull my trousers forward a bit. Squeeze the lemon.
No. That's freshened you up.
And just.
Oh, that is just right.
Fast
Squeeze it down your trousers and rummage.
As he passed, all eyes turned, and I dare say a few stomachs. You've certainly
Citrus fresh.
You've certainly got the attention of everyone in here.
Oh, I'll scoop all the money off the table and run out. While everyone's barfing into the spadoon.
And then I'll put the lemon in the drink.
And what he do? All he does
Does
is
that mean you dip your todge in it?
he gets a little bit of chalk and marks something on above the bar behind him.
It's your tally, old boy.
No, that's in the trousers.
You're not at all perturbed by how briefly his hand lingers on the quite enormous shotgun just below the chalkboard as he passes.
How much did that whiskey and a lemon cost him?
You have his writing on the chalkboard is barely. You're not entirely sure. Is he? He must be a doctor.
Oh, damn. It's Doc Holliday. I don't draw on him.
I'm your hucklebearer.
I'll be your hucklebearer. Anyway, I think it is time. Cast the eye around and see whether I can spot the handsome Danny Thompson in the bar.
You've got a good idea in your mind now what he looks like. He's not here. Quite a lot of these gentlemen are quite straggly. You've got the impression he's quite broad.
He could be up in one of the rooms. I've never investigated.
There are sounds of euphoric exclamation coming from upstairs.
Is he ejaculating from a first floor window?
It sounds like all of them are ejaculating from a first floor window.
Sherlock Holmes is in town.
Yes, so it's a nice establishment. Those seats might even have padding on them. Good lord! And yes, there are exclamations of euphoric nature going on from upstairs.
Maybe if you give some kind of a sermon, you would drive people out, and then it'll give us a bit more space.
I'll give it a try.
These are less God-fearing than they should be.
I'm going to say right now, if you're making an attempt for it without a flashback, it's going to be difficult. Do you want to generate a flashback to assist you with your fire branding?
I certainly can.
Okay, in which case you would spend a coin. Excellent. What would your flashback be exactly? Do you have a name for it?
Mine was Lucky Hand.
Yeah, I'd have to obviously think about that.
No, that's fine.
Come back to you.
That's fine. I say, I'm willing to accept it. We'll obviously build something. Perhaps maybe you want someone to ask you a question to help you that might help you come up with something.
I think sometimes it's worth going, if I want a flashback, go to somebody else. That gives you a minute or two to think.
No, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, there's, like you say, lots of hubbub. There's much more hubbub going from upstairs than there is down here.
Let's check out Stinky Pete.
Stinky Pete.
What's he doing?
You have your whiskey. He chalked something up on the board above it. You have no idea.
I'm gonna expectorate at what he's chalked on the board.
Oh no! Is he a world championship spitter?
Right. Okay.
Gip again.
If you're attempting what I think you're attempting, are you handing a coin in for a benefit, or are you going to just do it naked?
Oh, hand a coin in, why not? Let's go.
Okay, so again, you would come up for a name for your flashback.
A name for the flashback?
Yeah, so you can refer to it at a later point. It may come back around.
That's it. Mine was Lucky Hand.
Yes.
All it was I got dealt the hand. I always win with this hand. So
this is something I initially thought, like, maybe you're really good at spitting into a spittoon.
No, you just spit at the rats in your hovel.
Yeah, I like it.
Get him right between the eyes. Once he spat on one and it stuck to the floor. And couldn't get away.
And he kept it for the winter. Ooh.
Kept it as a pet.
Yeah.
So again, what you would do is you would formulate something that you could remember that at a later point. The more pertinent you make it in general, then means it's more likely you're going to be able to reuse it. But don't let that put you off.
In which case, my stalling tactic hasn't worked on the grounds that two people are now trying for a flashback and need time to think. Now I need to think. Maybe I need another flashback.
Flashback is a flashback when I flash back.
Just at that point,
bearded Sandra comes in. That's going to be the picture he shows us.
Not Big Sally.
Well, looks like I got myself a target. It's
the other thing is, though, she's black and white. We're all in colour.
Oh, don't you worry. I can drain myself of colour anytime. That's not black and white. It's sepia. She's brown and white.
She's had nothing tea.
As she goes past, she tips her hat at you as she goes to the bar.
Oh, lesbian, you're all right. Harlot.
Strange enough, I haven't moved my feet, and yet I'm beside her.
Have you done that bit where you do the bar shuffle?
Just suddenly appeared next to her.
Like Scooby-Doo. She flashes you a smile. She flashes you a smile.
Absolutely. Maybe we could get ourselves a table, young lady.
I was thinking about more room.
You'll build up to that sort of thing. If she offers, I'm in.
Why, thank you. And
thank you, dear sir.
Oh, God. It is like a butcher's slab in here. These accents are being murdered.
Does the bit that might be a bit of a French accent?
There's no point. I've just stained my inside of my trousers.
She's
French.
She introduces herself as Genevieve Outremer.
She's a mare. Right, okay. I've spelt it phonetically, all right? Genevieve Outremer.
She's the other mare.
And I'm going to ask the all-time leading question. And what brings you to Red River?
Gold, she says.
There's gold in them there rivers.
My poor late departed husband.
Grab.
And she said polo.
That's why she's hunting for it. She's got a claim.
He was robbed of his fortune, and I'm here to claim it back.
Absolutely.
I'm convinced.
Claim jumper, was it?
But unfortunately,
No, it was 2 cartons.
fortunately,
And a hat.
somebody stole the shipment right underneath me.
Shipment goggle. Well, that
And
sounds...
I'm going to track that bastard down.
Which said bastard would that be?
She pulls out a wanted.
And it is Dangerous Dan McGrew, the
No,
barefaced
it's
knucklehead.
Abel Pierce.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Wanted for robbery.
I reach into my waistcoat and I pull out snap. Maybe I could give you some assistance.
I was going to say, that appears to be a packet of prophylactics.
Sorry, wrong pocket. Well, I'll leave the prophylactics out and say maybe I could be some assistance.
She seems inclined. She puts her hand
Of
on
the
your arm.
prophylactics away or out. I don't know. She's inclined.
Prophylactics.
She puts her hand on your but you can feel your bicep.
Oh, right, I see. I thought my trousers were going.
I don't know what you're looking for, but it's a little to the left.
If you're looking for the sweets, keep going.
The other pocket. Excellent. I can introduce you to my associate. Maybe not.
What's that you
One of them
say?
will call you a harlot, the other one will destroy your nasal cavities.
Expectorate?
Yeah.
Is that to accumulate?
Well, if he gobs over the whatever scribble he's written on the board,
You,
then he will accumulate a lack of bill.
Have you had any thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah, I've gone with We the Sinners.
We the sinners. I like it.
It's all about original sin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially the original sin that's going on upstairs.
Yes.
I'm going to go with the stickiest phlegm in Texas.
Oh my! I mean, I don't know if that's an episode title right there, but
Maybe not.
Phlegm.
we've already had sticky fluid. I think we have to.
Texas. So, would anybody like to ask any questions to flesh all of that out, or
no, we did.
we the sinners?
I mean,
perhaps.
Where did you first give this sermon?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah, some of the fried chicken place.
Absolutely, they are sinners of the highest order.
Oh, I'm not sure they love that.
That is probably very true. I bet it went down a storm. Were there many harlots for you to chastise?
Oh, the place was full of them.
Rampant.
Yeah.
One at a time or all together?
He was in a convent, but never mind that.
Absolutely. And did you convert any of these harlots? Did you administer a mass?
Very much so.
It was about £120.
I wasn't talking about the mass of your expectoration.
And I did feel a lot lighter afterwards.
That was a load off.
It was a load up indeed, yes.
So, for the good father, can you
Can I flip some coins?
2 coins, please? Yes.
Wang. It's a...
That is, unfortunately, a
And-
tail.
Oh, ho,
Oh,
ho.
it's Dave's lucky coins.
And it is.
A head! Woo!
I'm just checking it's got a head on the other side for you.
Well done.
1 and 1.
A complete success. And we go to the
Apparently
top.
I pull it off.
A head and a tails, you pull it off in public. Generally, not a negative reaction to it. You are not being asked to take your Bible thumping elsewhere, you rabid dog.
Does Captain Expectorate use this wonderful distraction as his gobbing motive?
Well, please flip me 2 coins.
Well, you haven't asked him any questions yet.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Why is it, and how is it the stickiest thing?
I was going to say that.
How much research
have
have you put into this?
Yeah, I'm not. I'll ask Graham ask this one. I've pulled my question back.
I don't think I can.
He's got nothing.
No, we have to ask him a question,
Yes.
otherwise he gets no bonus.
Yeah.
Why?
How are you alive?
Just why?
Why?
Why? That's the question. Just why? What are you?
You're not entirely sure if he chews tobacco or he's exuding that.
It's very true. How do you get such
Sticky fluid.
such amounts of content?
Muskrats.
What, you chew them?
No, it rubs them all over.
I can't think of another question.
I think for the GM's sanity, we're going to leave it there.
Pass me the biscuit barrel, I'm going to gip in it.
Take the biscuit out first. Please flip me 2 coins, you disgusting animal.
Oh, that's tails.
That's the tails.
He didn't toss it, he has to do it again.
Yeah,
That's tails.
that is indeed tails. 2 tails.
And according to the chart, it says you succeed, but you gain a scar. So he's gobbed on it, whammo. However, he's shot his teeth out.
So now,
And they weren't falsies.
Or maybe the
Spat one of
barman.
me front too.
So now, the scars. Scars are like negative flashbacks. When you are prompted to gain a scar, you choose a player to ask you a question about your scar.
No.
Answer their question by telling a short story.
No.
Write down a few words describing it. They're obviously examples. So you succeeded at it. You spat basically but something has gone amiss. What something has gone amiss is up to you to now narrate. Yeah, not you. This is something that could have lasting repercussions to come back round.
Did the barman notice?
Is that a scar? I don't...
Yeah, well, it might be.
A negative flashback.
If the barman reacts badly.
I'm just trying to think of the way that... not really a flashback.
They're kind of like negative flashbacks.
Oh, right, okay.
But it can be something physical that he carries upon himself. Like he could have it is also things like the barman could stick a knife through his hand for having the temerity, and then he has a scar. Maybe it niggles him at some point and he drops something later.
That'll do.
Maybe he has a dodgy hip from throwing his back out from phlegm in the past.
Oh, fallen throat.
Oh, he's got irritable bowel syndrome. A river flows through him.
It's not the river Styx, it's the river shit.
I got a snail trail.
Oh,
I'm going to need a crowbar to get these pants out.
the GM is tempted to just make that a success and move on. In fact, he will for brevity, so I don't lose my lunch.
Well, we shouldn't have lost Dave too.
Thankfully, the barman was distracted by the immaculate sermon and didn't spot the gobbing.
Oh, the chalkboard's melting.
I'm assuming that entire wall is now dissolved.
So, Genevieve, are you staying in town?
I certainly am.
Do you have any leads? I'll tie her up if she does.
Last I heard, he got off the train here.
When?
Quick,
lads, run!
Apparently, 2 nights hence.
What, 2 nights from now?
Yeah.
Prior. 2 nights prior.
Time machines, eh?
Pesky time machine. That's how I do my best clean jumping. Find out where the goal is.
Yeah, this voice outside. Great Scott, Marty!
Is that ZZ Top I see in the distance? Yeah. Give me all your phlegm would have been very different to give me all your loving.
Giving me all your Fleming.
Looks like I'm going to have to work my butt off to work her butt off. Ex-husband, no longer with us. Better get lonely in them there nights. Strip poker, eh? Get the mark deck out. Oh, you lost again.
What a shame. 12 in a row.
I didn't believe you had so many layers. How come I'm naked?
Well, you went, let's play strip poker, and you went like that and all your clothes fell off.
Woo, I'll get a start. You catch up.
And I presume like the rest of it was like Austin Powers, where you stood up and there was a
Convenient fruit bowl. Yeah.
Anti-potted plant in front of you.
Two plums and a banana. Yeah.
It's like a shy courgette.
Ain't shy anymore.
I tell you, he's going to get that gold out from under me. He's not going to take the train. Hired a detective to keep watch on it.
Okay.
I reckon it's
train leaves, he'll lose his watch.
I reckon he's going to take the river. And
That's your department then.
That is my department. That's my name, Riverboat Ron. So,
this very night, a barge leaves on the river, easily large enough to take the.
We need a room where we can overlook where the barge will be loading.
Just so happens, she's at the clifftop.
Come on, let's go.
The clifftop hotel, and you can basically. It's pretty much the highest point in Red River.
Oh, we'd better go and stake it out and find something to do in the afternoon whilst the barge isn't loaded.
For several hours.
Oh, I don't know, 5 minutes.
And then an hour and a half of cuddling.
I'll put my strides on and go for a beer. We're going to
saying, what a disappointment for a girl.
Whatever, be back in an hour. Keep your engine running till then.
You get good father gets some donations. Woo! You make a whole $2.
Woo! I am absolutely rich.
That's all right. When we mug this woman for all of her hard-earned father's money, then I reckon we'll be on easy street. I'm not beyond.
More harlots.
Yeah, whatever. You know me and harlots. So I'm all in favour.
Be a few hours before the barge arrives.
Okay. Might as well get myself comfy.
I mean, certainly the meals around this part are not bad. You know, if you're wanting to get some food in the meantime, depends on what you're hungry for.
Beef jerky.
Well, I was thinking of eating something.
Is clam on the menu?
Clam chowder.
I got myself a hankering. I'm not saying that.
You know it's bad. Yeah. You know it's bad.
Oh no! Right, okay, let's move on.
Move along. Oh dear. Lots of hustle and bustle.
I suppose I would better let these two chaps know that we've got a lead. So we're going to need to stake out the barge, which is the most likely area. Or do we want to also stake out the train at the same time? How close is the barge and the train station?
So barge is probably 10 minutes down to the dock.
So it's
from Main Street.
It's too far. I was just thinking, you could leave Dave at the dock waiting for the barge,
at
the train station. If it's 100 yards, it's not a problem. But if it's 10 minutes, that's too far.
Thank you for listening to this first session of Clink, short and abrupt, just like life in the Old West. Join us next time for part 2 as Matt pirouettes onto the scene and our intrepid fools embark into Indian country. You've been listening to It's Good to Be Bard with Ollie, Dave 2 and Graham. Names changed to protect the guilty. This episode, Expectorate to Accumulate, was recorded on the 16th of December 2023. If this is your first time listening to the show, our previous episodes are all available wherever you like to get your podcasts. You can interact with us on Facebook, Instagram and on X, formerly Twitter, at It's Good to Be Bard, and you can also email us at itsgoodtobebard@gmail.com. If you're enjoying the show, please do subscribe and consider leaving us a review rating on your favourite app or check out our Patreon page. All these things really do help the show. And always remember,
Pilot!